Chris Micah is better known throughout Central New York as DJ Roscoe Red. He's a DJ, entertainer, and a familiar face at events around the region. And today, he's taking a seat in the hot seat as my celebrity co-host. DJ Roscoe Red, welcome to Media Monday.
How's it going, man? Thanks for having me.
It's going good. Great to see you here. So first off, what does this mean, Roscoe Red? Where do you get that cool name?
It's a very, very, very long story. I'll give you the elevator version of it.
Okay.
Basically, I went to MVCC for digital media and animation, and when I went, there was like 4 other Chris's in my class. So an inside joke happened where I was nicknamed Roscoe, and just the circumstances around it were just very funny, so it stuck. And when it came to being at MVCC, when I was in the AB building or in the art department, I was Roscoe. If I was outside anywhere else, I was Chris, because a lot of people I went to high school with were there as well. But in the art department, I was Roscoe. They went as far as putting Roscoe in parentheses on my attendance sheet because, well, nobody remembered what my name was because I was Roscoe. So it just became like second nature to answer to that name. Yeah, and then as time progressed and I transferred to Alfred State and I got into radio there and DJing and all that good stuff, I just ended up going with DJ Roscoe because it was the cool thing to be DJ something. Just not your regular name. So that was that, and then I added Roscoe Red just because when it started to become serious and I was actually building a DJ business and starting a radio career, which was over a decade ago. I did a Google search and there was a couple other DJ Roscoes in the world, so I was like, okay, I don't want to run into that. So when I searched DJ Roscoe Red, there was nothing. Now when you search that, it's all my stuff.
You.
So
Plus I always like the alliteration,
Yes, like exactly.
Media Monday, Roscoe Red,
There it is, yeah. And that's one thing.
And it gives you a color theme too.
Right.
That kind of helps too.
See, my other option was just being Chris with a K, like DJ Chris with a K, which would have had a good ring to it too. But a lot of people
Roscoe Red.
A lot of people like Roscoe Red more. It's more of a character. It's more memorable. It stands out.
Pop.
Yeah, exactly.
So who is DJ Roscoe Red? Is DJ Roscoe Red different than Chris Micah?
A little bit.
Is your persona, and how so? How different?
He's a lot more outgoing, less shy. I grew up a very, I say this to people that I meet nowadays, but I was very introverted when I was in middle school. It was kind of towards the end of high school and getting into college, where when I got into theater and started doing theater and stage acting, that's where I kind of came out of my shell. But that part of me is kind of what Roscoe Red is the outgoing, high energy MC, host, DJ, and then if you get to really know Chris, I'm just a lot more like, I just like staying in and having a movie night with my friends. I don't really like going to concerts, believe it or not. It's not really my favorite thing. If I go to a concert, I really need to be a huge fan of the artist, and I like to get seats up front. I don't like being on the lawn in the crowd. I don't like, when I'm DJing, I really don't go out if I'm not working, if that makes sense. If I'm working, I'm behind the booth, I have my own space, I'm not in the crowd. I don't really like being in a crowd like that. So
media is like that. Like, it's different when you're on than when you're not.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I have the same name either way, but it is a different person, on or off camera, off the mic,
Exactly.
It really is. And it's a healthy thing too. I think it's great to be able to do that.
Yeah,
it's fun too.
I'm very glad that I did it the way that I did, because everybody else went, if I could say, I was at Kiss FM for about a decade. I'm not there anymore.
Yeah.
But everybody else who was there at the time did a play off of their real name. Like, there was Sean Andrews, there was Alex Effect, Listen, It's Liz. Like, they all, S. Dot. Well, S. Dot was before me, but that was kind of the last person that had a
using their real name.
Well, they had like a stage name, right? I'm glad I did it that way, because I was very fortunate enough to get very popular very quickly, especially with younger kids, and that's when kind of social media was starting to boom too. So I kind of inadvertently had that little bit of a separation for myself, where Roscoe Red was one thing and then my private life and Chris Micah was a different thing. So I'm really glad I did it that way, because if I was DJ Chris with a K, people would have connected it a lot easier, So that's one cool thing now that still happens when I meet new people. And we start talking about, what do you do for a living? This and the, well, I work for the Chamber of Commerce, which is my full-time job now. but I also DJ on the side and have my own business. So like, oh wait, what's your DJ business? Roscoe Red.
Yeah.
You're Roscoe Red. Like it happens all the time. So people know the name, the voice, but they don't really know the face. So it has its perks when it's kind of set up.
What was it like for you when that first started to happen?
It got crazy really fast. To say that I got my little slice of my little taste of fame, quote unquote. I don't like to call myself a celebrity though, because
on a local level.
Local, sure, yeah. But and tell you what, even at the local level, like I've experienced some things where I'm like, you know what, this level is all I really need. I'm good. I don't need to be, because a lot of people don't see what the downsides of getting to be a public persona
they sort of
is.
feel like you're a pinata. You know, like you can like beat on you online.
There's that. You get taken advantage of. You don't know if people are in your life for the right reason or if they're in your life for attention. And I've dated people where I learned that lesson pretty quick, thankfully, and I learned kind of how to spot genuine people from fake people.
What happens when you date someone who only is into you because you're famous? How do you know?
It's she's not faithful. She, I'm not gonna. This was a long time ago, but it's
hard to tell people's genuineness at times.
Yeah, but luckily, because of things that I've been through, I've learned to spot it. And you just like you said, you get, or like I said, you get let on, you get taken advantage of, and you could tell. Like I've always been pretty in tune.
You have to build up your defenses over time.
And I've always been a good at reading people, if that makes sense. So I can tell when someone's genuine.
What are the upsides of it? Because it's really nice too. It's funny. Sometimes I'll be out doing a story and like I'll try to explain to a stranger like what I'm doing. Like I have a radio show, but they'll be like, oh well, we know, we watch your show, and it's like, oh wow, I don't have to explain it. It's a nice thing. It
is a nice thing. I guess my name getting to be as well known as it was really quick, it gave me that credibility because. Now I was building my DJ business, and that grew really fast. And probably for the last 5 or 6 years, I've made more money doing that than anything else, which is great. So and now you add in a full-time job with that, with benefits. It's just living pretty good right now. I can say that, and nice and comfortable.
So DJ Roscoe Red's been good to you.
He has. He has been really good. Yeah. And it's a fun job.
It is fun. And to think that like people that recognize you, that respond like that, you make them happy. And that's a nice thing to know that you do that.
Yeah. And that's, I go to bed with a smile on my face when I get the brides and grooms of my weddings or the kids at my school dances. They come up to me at the end and they're just like, we had so much fun. They're sweating because they've been dancing all night. And you just know that you gave them such a fun night, they're always going to remember it. So
how do you know what songs to play?
You know what? I just kind of have a sixth sense about it, if that makes sense. I've been good at reading a crowd, seeing I have little tester songs to see kind of what they respond to and what they don't. And then you just kind of go from there. But I also have built a really strong, I think, universal set list to where I have a menagerie of songs that I know that, like, if I get a lull, okay, I'm going to play this one. Everybody knows this one. So, and ever since high school, I was always the one back then to where, Chris, plug your phone in because you have the good dance music on your phone.
Taste
so I just, I was the best dancer of my senior class.
Oh, really?
Voted, wow. I was the first one on the dance floor. I was always the, and it's funny, I said I was introverted, but when it came to like dancing, I don't know, I just had the confidence in that, and I was known in my class as like the dancer guy, so I would go out and so it just made sense.
You were always into the music stuff, so you knew what good songs were and stuff. And what songs are good to dance to and stuff. Because you really have to kind of control the mood of the vibe of the place as a DJ. It's a lot of stuff to do. So
it's a big responsibility, especially for
DJ J-Eazy's nodding here.
He knows.
Yeah, he knows.
Especially for a wedding where it's something that this couple has put in a lot of
time. That's gonna be a lot of pressure. My gosh. Thank you, Roscoe Red. He's not gonna go anywhere. He'll be here sitting with us for the rest of the show, helping me interview the next two group of guests. Coming up, Christine Perez and Haley Edict from the United Way of the Mohawk Valley join Roscoe and I to talk about the United Games happening this Saturday at FT Proctor Park. I'm Ron Klopfanstein. You're in the hot seat on a Media Monday. I'll have more after the break. This is Ron Klopfanstein. Meet me in the hot seat every Monday at 5 p.m. for Hot Seat Media Mondays on 95.5 FM, The Heat.